Welcome back to another episode of Churros y Puros y bebidas alcohólicas que no tienen alcohol porque no tomamos nada así, porque pues no hay, ¿verdad? No tenemos, ¿verdad, Jesús?
Sí.
Es puro chiste.
Sí.
Puro chiste, ¿verdad?
Es puro agua, pura agüita.
Pura agüita, me. So, ¿qué vale? Welcome back, y'all. And today we have a cool show. Before we get to our featured cigar, which is what, Jeebus?
The CAO Soprano, the Tony. It's one thick ass bastard that we got from Skip once again.
Oh yeah, Skip, rock on, man. This is a dope ass stogie. Look at that, man. That's big.
Pretty damn tasty.
Right off the bat, though, the wrapper here is kind of having some breaking issues, though. So I'm trying to be as gentle with it as possible.
Has a divot, you see?
Oh yeah. Now I've seen that on a lot of cigars. That little, but well, nonetheless, we'll get to this cigar. But first, we're gonna change it up a little. We're gonna start with the reviews of, beers and spirits and such first. And today, oh boy, do we have something for you guys. This is the tequila special, I guess you could say, and we have a cool.
He's gonna do all the talking.
Yeah, we're gonna start off. This is Tequila Revolución, Dos Pistolas. This is made in Arenal, Jalisco, which is what is it? Well, that's where my dad is from. There's a factory there called Cascawin, and they make different lines, and this is one of their top tier. Lines, and he brought this back. He brought the sampler back. So right here we have the Blanco, we have the Añejo. Let's get that closer there, and we have the Reposado. So as we go through this, and Jeebus is going to be the official test mule for this. Since his last job is drug mule. How did that go, Jeebus?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, condoms in your throat with heroin. Gross, huh? Yeah, that's sick. Alright, so we're going to get started, and we're going to start off with the Blanco. Now, Jeebus, get your cup ready. Now, this is a Riedel glass that was made, or is made specifically for drinking tequila.
Kind of wish we were smoking and blow the smoking.
Oh yeah, we'll do that later, dude. Start off, let's pour
a little bit, and
What? Right.
See, what is he pouring? We don't know.
That fine?
Wow, that's a little bit.
That's enough, dude. To taste,
but it's mainly for taste.
So the story behind the Blanco is that it doesn't see the inside of a barrel, so it doesn't get aged. What happens is that after the agaves get distilled, or after they get cooked, the distilled water that evaporates, which is the tequila, that's like okay, let me go back. Alright, the way that tequila works is you have a plant called agave, or mezcal. Huh?
Let's not try to make this too long.
Alright, dude, I gotta show them how it's done, man.
Well, keep it under 10 minutes, because then I gotta edit.
Alright, so you cook it, you get the liquid. The first 3 hours that you start distilling it is like your top tier. Then you go ahead and cook it again, and the next 2 hours, that's like your second tier tequila. Well, this is all first tier. This is all from the same batch. The only difference is the fermentation process. The Blanco doesn't go through any fermentation process. It gets distilled, and it's right into the bottle. Jeebus, how does it taste?
Right off the bat, it smells kind of sweet. I'm gonna say sweet.
That's that mezcal, man. That's what it's supposed to smell like. That's what tequila.
Very sweet.
Come on, try now.
Very smooth, no burn. It's as if I was drinking water.
Because it is. I'm joking. No. The reason why it tastes that way is because it's good tequila, dude. Seriously, And yeah, good stuff. Tequila's not supposed to burn, no matter what anybody tells you.
Good tequila, right?
Good tequila's not supposed to burn. Now, next is a wonderful one, the añejo. Now, the añejo goes through...
It's a bit darker.
Yeah. You know, it looks the darkest out of all these, but the añejo goes from 6 to around 10 months of aging in barrels, in barricas, which is what it's called. And what is it? Yeah, and it gives it a cool oaky flavor. Try it out.
I would say it probably has a little bit more of a flavor to it than the blanco, because the blanco's like, it literally is kind of like water. So it has the flavor of tequila, and you smell the sweetness. This has like a very faint sweetness, and it doesn't have that oaky, like you could taste the barrel.
Taste the barrica, huh? Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, pretty good. That one did offer a bit of a more of a strength. I would put it. The flavor was more there. Adds to more.
All right, and this is a reposado. Now the reposado, even though it looks lighter, is aged for more than the añejo. The añejo is aged from 6 to 10 months. Reposado from 11 to fucking infinity. Up to 10 years or so, you know. It really, you know, they have barrels at the factory that have been aged for like 10 years. I mean, this stuff, like Manco describes it, is like honey. I mean, it's great. What you're going to notice from this one, you're going to get less of the oaky flavor, but while I drink it, tell me.
It has more of a... less of an oaky flavor. More, very smooth. Almost, I wouldn't say flavorless, because it does have flavor. But it's like extremely, very smooth. It's as if you're gobbling down what's the word for it?
Water.
Yeah.
Miel.
Yeah, miel. Like honey.
It's
Honey.
like
you know?
honey.
I could see how people could just drink this and get drunk.
The cool thing about that is that you don't end up with a hangover. Weird, I know. It's strange. Oh, I mean, that's kind of the myth. If you drink good tequila, you won't get a hangover, but
we'll see.
Yeah. Nonetheless, the reason why the añejos usually look darker, don't be fooled. Sometimes they put dye in the añejos, which gives it that kind of darker color. A lot of the other cheaper tequilas that say reposado or whatever, they usually put dye in them. Or another cool trick that they do is to kind of they sweeten a lot of it with what is it, piloncillo, which is a type of sugar. Type of, like, I've always thought of it
like a type of brown sugar.
And that kind of gives it, you know, a sweeter taste and whatnot. And that was tequila. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Jeebus, did you have fun?
It was weird because after each one, you do get to see what the differences are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that's how you got to do it. You know. The Blanco was clearly like a very, very, very smooth down the palate, easy, and a bit of a twinge.
It had that bite. Huh?
A bit of a bite. The Añejo had more of the bite, and it was dark as hell, and you felt it more. Your throat got warm, and the Reposado was like the smoothness of a Blanco, but with the flavor of Añejo. You know,
nuts, very nuts. And we'll move on and we'll come back with more segments from Churros and Puros. Adios, y'all.